Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in to Beauty and Bullshit. I am Jen Michelle, your co-host, and I'm with my co-host, Lauren.
Hey guys.
Today we have the best of the best in fitness. So why wait and let everyone introduce themselves. But before we do that, Lauren, if you just want to say a few things to everybody out there.
Hey, yeah, just welcome everybody. We have an awesome panel. I just want to say that it is proven that exercise and staying active calms stress and anxiety. So at a time where that is happening, let us bring you the people that help you through that. So I just want to start with introducing you to them. Let's start with Liz.
Hi guys, I'm Liz Murphy. I'm the founder of Do Bodywork Fitness. It's personal training, small group fitness. I'm based out of Red Bank, New Jersey, but I also travel around the local area. I'm soon going to be in the Long Branch area a lot too. And primarily work with women. I also do some nutrition coaching. And that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being part of our panel. So next is Fonz. If you could introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Marford Swazzle. I go by Fonz the Trainer. I specialize in strength training and nutrition. I'm a transformation specialist. I have over 20,000 transformations online. I specialize on working with kids all the way from ages 10 to adults all the way age 75, increase their strength, health, and give them nutritional advice consistently.
Thank you. Hannah?
Hey everyone, I'm Hannah. I own 2 of the Max Challenge franchises in Shrewsbury and Hazlitt, and our focus is on group fitness for all levels with a whole nutrition program that you can do too. It's a lot of fun, switches it up, and of course right now we're virtual, as is every other fitness person right now, but happy to be here. Thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Tatiana, if you can just introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I am Tatiana Lampa. I am a New York City based trainer. I have my own business called Training with T, and I have underneath the Training with T from personal training, I have my online business Move Better. I am a corrective exercise specialist, so that is why I created Move Better, and pronatal certified, and I have a degree in exercise science and nutrition.
Awesome.
And I'm excited to be here.
Hey.
What's up, guys? My name is Jamie Pasquin. Go by Jamie. I'm currently a strength conditioning coach at Monmouth University. So I train athletes, basketball players, soccer players, track and field players, and I basically train them better in their sport. On the side, I also train some people for military, police, and fire, and a couple degrees in exercise science, nutrition, and do some speaking engagements on the side. So that's kind of my deal.
That's awesome, guys.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to get right into it. So we have a bunch of people that have asked us a bunch of questions to ask you. So we're going to get into the first question. What's your advice on how to motivate your clients on people now when it's been hard to be motivated? So this goes for everyone in general. If you want, just raise your hand and we could start. Tatiana?
So my biggest advice for everyone is to set a schedule. I know, like during this quarantine, either you used to wake up at 6 a.m., now you're waking up at 8 a.m. Just set that schedule. You can either write it down on a piece of paper, a Post-it, a whiteboard, or if you have a trainer, you send your schedule to your trainer. I have a lot of my clients do that just to hold yourself accountable. And creating that schedule, you can go ahead, sign up for a class. You know that you're live streaming that exact day, or you're scheduling a session with your trainer. Just create that for accountability.
Awesome. Anybody else wanted to add to that?
Yeah, building off that, it's important to have a schedule. And then if you can find ways to connect with your friends or family members within that schedule. So for example, maybe you have a cousin or an aunt that likes to exercise too. well, you guys could link up and maybe you do an exercise routine via Zoom, right? So it's finding ways to get somebody else that they're going to hold you accountable to that exact time slot, because we all know it's easy to skip it if you're just by yourself. But if you have a friend or a family member or a teammate that can get you through that with you, you're on the same schedule, it makes it 10 times easier to stick to that schedule.
Jen texts me almost every day at 6:45. You gonna work out with me today at 7? You gonna work out with me?
I love it.
I'm gonna do it.
It's been fun. I'm like, when are you gonna show up? I was like, he's gonna kill you, but you're gonna be so happy.
Anybody
So I
else
guess
on
my
that?
next question. Oh, sorry. Does
So I
anybody
just
else
didn't know if
want to
anybody
touch
else
base?
wants to add to that.
Okay. So
Yeah, we're good.
actually one of the most frequent asked questions by our listeners, they actually ask us, how do you work out in your house? If I have no equipment, I have no weights, so how am I supposed to work out? This is actually one of our most frequently asked questions. So does anybody want to touch base?
Liz?
Sure. It's actually easier than you think. You body weight, just clear a space. You don't need much more than a space for a mat, 3x3, 4x4. Body weight, getting back to basics. If you're new to exercise, make sure your form is correct either by working with a trainer, or if you can get in a decent class that they're going to be making some form corrections. Body weight. And also if you're used to working at the gym and lifting heavy weights, this is a great time just to refocus on the basics, your form, getting better, improving your endurance. Like, you don't really need much of anything.
Awesome. Fans?
Yeah, so I think touching on what she said as well, just working on things that you probably didn't do over the years. When you were in the gym, you were focusing on different things, just switching your focus, doing things that were more challenging to you that you didn't like in the past, and just making that your main priority right now will take you to the next level for sure.
Great.
And Tatiana, did you want to touch base on that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I hear that often too. And I always say that is the worst excuse I've ever heard. It's just a narrative that you're putting in your head. I can't work out because I don't have equipment. No, you actually have your couch. You can grab cans, you can grab water bottles, you can buy a big gallon of water. You can get so creative with working out from home. So it is just an excuse. You just have to make it work.
Awesome. Okay. The next question is my question, because I'm guilty. Everyone just wants to eat during quarantine. I know I personally just want to veg out in front of the couch for hours. How can I stop it or help? Hannah.
Definitely, I think, prepping right now is really big. Obviously, grocery shopping and getting, having food available is a little bit harder, but just having things prepped, like pre-chopping vegetables that you have, or even just making a menu for when you are doing that grocery list. So that way you have that already ready and available for you. And then obviously not having the bad things in your house. So if it's not there, it's not easily accessible. But yeah, prep is very big, and a lot of people have the time right now. So
Yeah. Like that. Anyone else? Oh, Buns?
I think doing anything you can without getting on your couch, just try to stay away from the couch unless you're lifting it yourself to work out, I made a nice video on Instagram, how to use your couch other than sitting. So just getting creative, keeping a schedule, doing things you never did, paint the house, use your kids to do tasks around the house as well. It's just getting creative, as she said, and it doesn't necessarily have to be only exercise. It could just be movement, lifting things, doing projects, helping your husband if you have a husband, boyfriend, whatever it is, just staying busy consistently.
Liz? I'm sorry, I didn't see Jamie's hand up. Liz?
Oh no, I just wanted to add on, like, the Netflix, the Showtime, whatever, we're all kind of not immune to wanting to sit down and veg out sometimes, but it's really kind of setting, again, back to the schedule that Tatiana mentioned in the beginning. Maybe you're going to sit down and watch a show, but is it just a show or is it 5 shows? So can you limit it to 1 hour, 2 hours tops, and then you're getting up and you have something else scheduled into your day. Also, if you're going to enjoy those snacks, maybe you pre-portion them out. So you don't have the entire bag of popcorn in front of you. It's a cup in a bowl, and then put the rest away.
Jamie?
And
So,
Jamie?
great point by Liz. Great point by Liz, like where you pre-portion your meals or pre-portion your snacks, whatever it is. Because oftentimes it's a habit. We eat out of habit or we don't eat out of habit. So what we want to do is find ways to make that habit, the good habits, easier to do and the bad habits harder to do. So that might be as simple as, well, if a bag of chips is your guilty pleasure, don't put it on the most accessible countertop in your kitchen. Put it up away in the top cabinet. So now you have to work extra hard to go get it. It's still there. You can have it, but now you're going to stand on top of the chair to go get it, and you're less likely to just, out of habit eat it. So make those habits that are good habits easy to do, and make the habits you want to stop doing harder to do. And that tweaks your environment just a little bit, just enough to maybe stop you from going for that bag of chips for the 4th time that day or whatever it is.
That's so true. The habit thing, I'm not even hungry. It's like a habit.
Right. You're bored often.
Yeah.
I just want to say, so I actually meal prep with Fonz. He gives it to me weekly. Well, he gives me meal preps weekly to do. And I have to say, because they're already prepped, that's why I don't cheat, because sometimes I feel like I eat the same things when I'm trying to be healthy. So the meal prep for me, I found to really help me. So everything that you guys are saying, it's true. But in my head, when Jamie was saying, put it up high somewhere, I'm like, well, they're going to work out to go get it. So isn't that a good thing, right? If it's
It cancels itself out. Yeah.
I'm 5'1". I won't reach it. That's a good plan.
So my next question is actually to each one of you, since you guys all work with all different types of people, all ages and sexes and so forth. So however you guys want to answer, just raise your hand. Like we said, what do you find to be the biggest struggle to motivate clients and or athletes, for the ones that, help athletes? Because, I feel like a lot of people have struggle when it comes to this. So what do you guys feel is your biggest struggle? Tatiana?
So my question is it for me or for my clients?
Well, as far as as a trainer, and someone that's guiding people, what do you struggle with? Like, what do you notice that the majority of your clientele are struggling with? Like, how do you get them motivated online and track?
Yeah, so definitely training. So they train with me and they're like, okay, I'll train with you once or twice a week. And it doesn't end from there. I'm like, okay, what happens to those other hours, those 2 hours that we're with together for that entire week? What's going on the rest of those days? How can we get you on that schedule? And what do you actually enjoy? If you don't like running, don't take up running. If you don't like to spin, don't spin. Find something that you actually like. So my struggle with my clients is trying to figure out, what do you actually like and how can we supplement it into your actual program that we are building right now?
Does anybody else want to touch base on that?
Yeah, I'll talk about athletes. So a little bit different. When I have an athlete, we know that they're training for a sport. And a lot of times we assume just because they're a Division I athlete that they love to train. But you kind of be surprised, whereas they love to play their sport often, but they don't love to do all the extra stuff that's going to push them to that extra degree of being better. So my job is to teach them, well, how I can help you, right? Because it's easy to understand if you want to get better at basketball to go on the basketball court, right? That's a no-brainer. But how does me going in the weight room and getting stronger help me on the court? So I have to kind of connect those dots so that they can see, well, if you do this, consistently 3-4 times a week, over the course of your career, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be able to get to a position and hold a position against a bigger, stronger person, right? So it's kind of connecting those dots. And then we also have some people that, well, they're playing because they're their family's future, right? Some of our players don't come from great backgrounds, and they're the future for their family. And if they play good enough, they can go get and play pro and make a lot of money playing. So kind of keeping that in mind for them, where it's like, hey man, you can make it out, right? You could be the one that gets a college education, you go overseas and you play basketball, you make a ton of money, you come back and you help your family out. So, you know, but when you're going through the day to day, it's easy to lose sight of that. So I'm kind of there to help connect them with, you know, their why and what they can do for them and their family.
Liz?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say more for like the gen population that I work with athletes like Jamie does, but it's many people see fitness as like a means to a specific end, whether it's like I'm gonna lose 10 pounds for the beach season, the vacation, the wedding, whatever. It's like a narrow-minded, this is the goal right here in front of me, and how come I'm not getting there fast enough? And you have to really, I always say, like, compliance through education. You have to educate your people about what it really takes, consistency, and it's the habit building we already touched on, and it's everything else going on in your environment. I had someone else reach out to me last week about, you know, she wasn't losing weight, and we talked about, okay, what's the alcohol in her diet? And she was having like 2 bottles of wine like a day. And it's like, okay, let's talk about this. What does that really equate to over the week, over the month? And then how long is it going to take that weight off that you put on? So it's really educating people about, this is a process. This is something you have to commit to day in and day out. It's not just something you can turn on and turn off. And if someone's looking for quick results, they're likely not going to stay with the trainer or the program for very long. If it doesn't deliver those results, they're off and on to the next thing. So it's really educating people about this is a longer term goal. And it may take longer than you think to get there, but honestly, the slower you get there, the better and the easier it is going to be able to maintain over the long term.
I love that. Anybody else? Bonds?
Yeah, touching up on that stuff, that's really good. And just like she said, furthering their knowledge base, right? Most people think they're doing more than what they actually are doing. Training twice a week at the end of the month is only 8 sessions, you know, so that's about a week of training. Feels like a lot, but seeing the bigger picture is not that much out of 30 days, you know? So just really teaching them and telling them what it takes to actually get to that goal, because most people think what they're doing is enough. And aligning with what Tatiana said as well, just doing things that you like to do. You don't like to run, just program yourself to do something else that can get you closer to your goal. You know, if you don't like eating asparagus or eating certain things, you know, just align yourself with things that make you more probable to succeed in your journey, you know.
Hannah?
Yeah, pretty much what, I mean, they all said too. You know, I think the focus on like the scale and just instant gratification definitely holds people back. You know, everyone wants, if their goal is to lose 20 pounds, they want to lose 20 pounds by tomorrow. And if they're not seeing that happen quick enough, then it's, you know, people get discouraged. So exactly, just explaining to them that it's a process, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And if you really want it, you got to work for it and just enjoy the ride and go through the journey. And yeah, kind of just switch your focus on what you're doing, you know, not using exercise as a physical thing and focusing less on your physical appearance and just really focusing on what it's doing to your mood and your body and everything else. But yeah, I think everyone else touched on everything.
Awesome, guys. Okay, here's a question. Cardio versus weightlifting. So benefits to both. It kind of goes down to like, you have the triathlon and then you have the power lifter. People always go, well, what's better? Who's stronger? And what do I need to do? How am I going to drop more weight? Do I need to run? Do I need to do the cardio? Or do I need to do the, you know, I hate to throw like insanity thing, but that kind of thing? Or do I need to just be pumping up weights and doing that kind of stuff? So I want to know that with you guys, the difference between the cardio and the weights, your feelings on that. Tatiana.
I love this question. I could talk forever about it, but I'm going to do like a short version of it. I choose weights all the time. Weights over anything. You can get cardio in while you're still strength training by just like quicker movements, less rest time. So the benefits of weight training is that you get to burn more calories with weight training, and then even after you're done training. So your EPOC, your excessive post oxygen consumption, is so important compared to cardio. So let's say you're doing your cardio for 45 minutes. Let's say you're doing Soul Cycle for 45 minutes. You were just burning calories just in that time frame, versus your strength training for 45 minutes, and after you're done, you're continuing to still burn calories after. And you also, your body fat comes down, you're leaner, and your muscle mass, there's a change there. There's so many benefits with both, and I will always choose weight training over cardio, but I still supplement my weight training with cardio. So there's no, you know, this is better than that, but that's like the benefits of weight training. And you guys can go ahead and add on to that.
I love that. Anybody? Don't be scared, Fonz.
Not scared, but I would say all. You know, I don't think you should lean towards any which way more than anymore. I think being prolific in all parts of fitness is very important, because you're training all energy systems. So neither one is the best, should I say? But strength training I do favor over other ones, because the added benefit increases your bone density, ligaments, tendons, muscles. But as far as for weight loss, I would definitely just really clean up your diet, and that'll get you where you want to get to a lot faster, rather than trying to kill yourself with the workouts. I think that's where the mindset kind of changes for a lot of people that want a certain goal. They just want to do everything at the same time, and they don't align it up with the nutrition, you know?
Yeah, so it's a balance, it's a marriage of both. Touching on, again, what Tatiana said about do what you enjoy. If you do what suits your body, if you don't enjoy running, it feels like shit on your joints, don't do it. It's not for you. You do something that's going to be low impact. Oh, I had one more thought, I already lost it. Strength training to avoid injury. Like Fawn said about the ligaments, strengthening your joints. You definitely, especially if you're an endurance athlete, strength is going to be super important for avoiding injury and giving you that longevity.
Anyone else? Good? No? Jen?
Okay, so this is my last question over here. So, okay, if you can recommend 3 workouts for a person to do every day, what would it be? Should I elaborate more?
Yeah, can you say that again?
Okay, so let's just say a person's like, listen, I don't have any time to work out, but what should I do? What 3 things can I do every day just to kind of keep myself intact and so forth? What are 3 home workouts that you could recommend for the everyday person just trying to stay in shape or starting to get in shape?
You mean like exercises for them to do? Like
Yes, like 3 different types of, like, for example, let's say I know a person that, like, he swears by push-ups, like push-ups are God, and that's what you do push-ups, you know. So what 3 exercises, if you guys could pick, because there's so many to choose from, but if there was 3 that you could, listen, just always make sure you regiment this in your routines, what would they be?
I mean, I would just say to always, you know, if it's going to be 3, you do some sort of upper body, some lower body, and some sort of core. So you can interchange it, but to keep it real simple, like you do a squat, a push-up, and a plank. Call it a day. For if someone's like beginning, obviously, but.
Oh, sorry. Since I already got the screen here, I'm going to say walking. Everybody can do that, and it's going to increase your daily energy expenditure. I'm going to go with the deadlift because it works that posterior chain. Most of us need to work the backside of our body because we're doing so much sitting and so much in front of our body. And planks are great, squats are great. One of those 2. Yep.
I'll say any exercise that you can't see in the mirror, right? So non-mirror training is something I try to make it as basic as possible. Anything to do with your back, because your back needs to be as strong as possible. Glutes, hamstrings. So for me, that's what I preach to all my clients. Non-mirror training should be essential. And then anything in the front side is going to get the work that it needs to get anyways. But targeting those weak areas are the most crucial part.
Anyone else? Yep, Tatiana?
I'm gonna go and piggyback off of that too. So identifying where are you weak? What is your weak point? Like Liz said, posterior chain. I always like to add in glute exercises. Like glute exercises till my face is blue, because all we do is sit down. So our glutes are constantly getting lengthened out and they're constantly getting weaker. So that's something that I feel like everyone should be doing. Yeah, definitely walking, and then some kind of core exercise is my go-to.
Great. So my last question, this was actually really popular because we have a lot of mommies out there. So this is for the kids. Their kids aren't doing anything, I mean, besides walks and bike rides. So any fitness or exercises that you could recommend for their children to do while at home or even outside, but besides running, walking, and biking to make it fun, that they could have a good workout and stay healthy and active. Hannah.
I actually did this with my neighbors that live above me. They have a 2-year-old, and we just took chalk and just on the sidewalk, like made little stations and little things for them to do. So one of them was like hopscotch, one was do a jump around, one was skip, like, you know, hop, come down and come back up. But just making it a game and making it fun. You know, I've done the virtual kids classes where I have them grab their favorite stuffed animal and we do like Simon Says and things like that. So just keep like taking those games that you normally play with your kids, but making it into a workout and adding the exercises in there.
Love that. Anyone else? Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah, I think what kids do best is play. You know, think back to when we were kids, we're always outside. And granted, right now, times are a little bit different where maybe you can't see like your friends from the neighborhood, but if you have siblings, 100% build a fort inside the house or go out in the back and go build something out of random stuff in your backyard or make up games like you would. You know, when we were kids, we would just literally put us in a cardboard box and we'd have a blast. We'd make a game out of it. And I think that's what kids do best. And, you know, to help them physically, but also to help them socially. So like give them that independence to play their own game, give them that independence to be bored and then just have to make something up. And kids are really good at that. And I think that'll help them not just from a physical standpoint, but from a creativity standpoint and from a social development standpoint.
Awesome. Fonz?
Basically gonna piggyback off of that. Like I don't know how old everybody is here. I'm a bit older, 36. So we grew up during a time where we went outside and we played all the time. We didn't know what a cell phone was. So teaching these kids now different approach on how to look at those things. Double Dutch. I don't see anyone play double Dutch in the streets anymore. Like Skelzies, a lot of games like from back in the day. Skip It. Just a lot of things. Just keep these kids active. We kind of grew up during a time where that stuff was prevalent. So just showing them different ways to approach life at this time, I think is super important.
Really quick, you just said Skip It. I'm 37. That was the greatest.
Yes, I had the pink one. Yes.
I'm literally going on Amazon and seeing if they still have that because my kids need to like. I'm
They
dying
need to
right
know
now.
what that
Sorry.
is, for sure. Mm-hmm.
Dying. We need Skip It. Sorry. That is a workout. I'll probably trip over it and get stitches, but I'm dying. Liz, did you want to say something? I'm sorry.
I don't have that much experience with kids. No, I didn't have anything to add here.
Okay, sorry. Anybody else, or we're good? No, good. I think it's game time. No. Are you on mute, Jen?
Yes, I'm muting myself until I want to be heard. I'm muting.
Okay, it's game time. Jen, go talk about the game.
No, I think you should introduce it.
Oh, I'm gonna introduce the game. Okay, sorry. All right, guys. So here's the game. We're gonna ask 5 questions. You're gonna answer as quickly as possible. Don't think about it. Just throw your answer. It's really simple. Oh, no. you have to stay in a squat position while answering these 5 questions. So back it up so we can see you. Get in your squat. It's only 5 questions.
Lauren, since this was your idea, I think you should get in squat position with them. And I'll make sure everybody is holding it the proper way. Get in there, killer. Get in there.
You know what the thing is? I'll do it, but I'm not going to be able to sit the whole time. If it was 3 months ago, I would.
No excuses, Lauren. What have you learned today? There are no excuses.
Here's the thing. You know, I never, because it's our show and I'll never, but it ain't going to look good. And I'm going to be sweating. Wait, am I still asking some of the questions? Do I have to talk during?
Yes, this is your job, and you're still a host. Okay, so I'm just gonna call out your name, and you're gonna answer. It's gonna be the same questions for all of you guys. Okay, so ready? Here we go. Let's just say something happened in this crazy world, and we are in a quarantine where we're stuck home. Name 3 celebrities that you would want to be.
One celebrity.
I want 3. One. All right. Name. I know there's so many I would want to be stuck with, but all right. Name one. One celebrity, but everyone got a squat. No. All right. So Fonz, name 1 celebrity top of your head you'd want to be stuck with the whole time in quarantine.
J-Lo.
Woo! Okay, Tatiana.
Lisa Rinna.
Oh, okay, I love her. Jamie.
Go Dua Lipa.
Liz.
Vin Diesel.
Okay, Hannah.
I think everyone's going off of their celeb crush. I was gonna say Jimmy Fallon.
I would die laughing the entire. Fonz, you look like you're shaking right there. Hold it. I'm joking.
Okay, next question. Favorite exercise? Go. Favorite exercise. Who's going first? Go.
Liz.
Deadlift.
Hannah.
Hip thrust.
Fonz.
Squat.
Jamie.
Push up.
Tatiana.
Hip thrust.
Okay, next question. You have to name 1 healthy snack and 1 not healthy snack. Favorite snack to junk on. I feel like I'm doing squats. Favorite snack to snack on. Healthy. And if you want to give a bad one. Lauren, get in there. Liz, healthy snack. Name 1.
Wall squat.
Healthy, unhealthy.
What did you say?
Healthy, unhealthy, I go hummus.
And unhealthy.
Oreos.
It's a trick question. No unhealthy eating. No, joking. Fonz, how about you? Healthy snack.
Bison. Sorry.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. And how about not healthy?
I don't do unhealthy. Popcorn.
I'm just checking. All right, Jamie, how about you?
Healthy raspberries and unhealthy dark chocolate. It's kind of
Tatiana.
healthy, but
I love chocolate.
Blackberries and unhealthy truffle fries.
Hannah.
Healthy. I'm a really big weirdo. I love just romaine lettuce with balsamic vinegar and salt. I know it's weird.
Oh, it's good. And how about unhealthy?
And ice cream.
Okay. Okay, Lauren, go. Everyone's
Burning.
Everybody. Okay, next question. You have to
How many questions are there?
Only 1. Either eat fast food for a month, not work out for a month, or no phone, Instagram, technology, social media. Which one? Fonz, go. Which one?
No Instagram.
Okay.
Liz.
Tatiana.
Oh, sorry.
No Instagram.
Liz.
Same. No technology.
Hannah.
And theater slipping. Same.
Jamie.
yeah, same.
Okay.
Okay.
Jen,
Last question.
Woo!
Okay. If you had to pick a workout, would you do 100 squats, 100 push-ups? Liz.
100 squats.
Hannah.
Squats.
Fonz.
Squats for sure.
Jamie.
Squat.
Tatiana. All right, everyone can get up, but besides Lauren. Lauren, you cheated, Lauren. Get back on.
No, that's awful.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being good sports and holding your squats, because I know it's not easy. And just thank you so much. And also, I just want to say thank you to each one of you that took your time and came on. I mean, each one of you, people definitely should follow. So before we do leave, I would like for you guys to each give your handle. Lauren, I guess you could kind of, say your goodbyes to everybody and let them give their
Do I
handle.
look like I'm literally fall?
Lauren, where's your water? Where's your water?
I have my water. I can't reach it.
Okay, so I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Thank you. Fonz, where can everybody find out about you?
At Fonz the Trainer on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook as well.
Wait, hold on. And how about every night at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, every night, 7 o'clock, Lean in Quarantine, IG Live.
Awesome. Hannah?
You can find me at the Max Challenge of Shrewsbury and the Max Challenge of Hazlitt. Don't go to my Instagram. There's no fitness on it.
Liz?
You can find me on Instagram at RedBankRed, on Facebook at Do Bodywork Fitness with Liz Murphy. You can find downloadable home workouts on my Instagram if you click the link in the bio.
Tatiana? Sorry.
You guys can follow me on Instagram at training_with_T. And you guys can find out more about me and train with me. Just go to my website, Training with T.
And Jamie?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Jamie, DJAMIE __. That's it.
You guys were so awesome. We always end with some quote. So I feel like this actually is perfect for me. I just want to say that because as I'm reading it, I'm like, wow, this really is true. So I will say it. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. So thank you again for everything you guys do. It was awesome. Jen?
Well, I already said thank you. No, but I mean, what you guys are doing for everybody. I mean, Fonz, I speak to you. Jamie, I speak to you quite frequently. And Hannah, when you were open, I was at your facility. So, and Tatiana, I mean, I follow you. Liz, I was actually just introduced to you and I was following her. I mean, what you guys do, you're dedicated, and that's something that not everybody has. So it's definitely something for people to follow and to kind of look up to. And if they could get mentors like you guys, I mean, it's amazing what you guys all do. And just thank you. Thank you for your time and coming on Beauty and Bullshit. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe. Have a great night.
You too,
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Bye.